Evening all, welcome to Elite, and yes, we've made progress. You may have watched the last 4 videos and wondered what the hell is this git playing at, and you wouldn't be too far wrong from that surmise. It did take me a while to figure out actually how to make money in this game, but now I have. I'm rather enjoying it. I'm actually getting some loot and booty in, which is great. To be honest, the biggest one for me, and I know this sounds so stupid, but it was just that ability to find the factions button, so what to declare to who, to what, to when. So anyway, long story short, we've now got some cash in, and I'm enjoying the combat piece. I've done quite well so far. I've got actually around 50 kills, but I lost 20 of them because the game crashed. I had a stint of about an hour in the low conflict zone, and yeah, unfortunately I did lose some progress, but anyway, what can you do? It is a beta and it's a good one, so I'm not going to rage. But look at this. So we're repairing our battle scarred little sidewinder. I'm loving this thing. We'll show some combat in a bit, but look at that, twin dual lasers. They're only pulse lasers, admittedly. I think my next step is to get the beam lasers. I quite like the idea of them. Post in the comments if you actually have a good suggestion for fitting, because I see you could probably save up a bit more and get maybe the multi-cannons. So I vaguely remember the multi-cannons from the combat missions, and they weren't, well, they didn't blow my mind, but they weren't terrible, so maybe. Do like the pulse lasers though, particularly when you put enough energy into them. They do a phenomenal amount of damage, so you know, I quite like it. And I think in terms of everything else, there's not really much more I can do with this little sidewinder, so I guess I'm kind of out of ideas here. So as you can see, just clicking around, there's not really much more that this ship can do. So I think the next step is going to be possibly to upgrade to an Eagle. To do that though, I need 41k credits. That's quite a bit, but again, shouldn't be too killable. I think the Cobra Mark III is my ultimate dream still. Lots of money needed for that. So again, post in the comments if you know a way to get lots of cash. At the moment, sitting in the belts, getting, well, the belts, sitting in the conflict zones, getting 500 credits every so often is good. But is there a better way? Should I be trading maybe a bit now? Should I be trading high value commodities? Well, who knows? We'll have a look into that. But yeah, I'm pretty much enjoying this. I love the bespoking of the ships. I think that's going to be a big deal. Like Dust 514 in Elite, the ability to actually fit your ship differently is quite important, I think. So I'm really glad to see that that's a big thing here as well. Anyway, loving this game, loving the docking, loving the, I just love it. It's so good. I'm getting used to the mouse and keyboard as well, so I think that's probably worth just stating. I haven't got a joystick yet. I probably should get one, but I think at the moment, not too sure. Honestly, as well, I think there's a few issues with, you know, warping around, and you know, there's still quite a bit of a lag issue when you come into high volume areas. I think I read on the forums, if you don't load within like 1 to 2 minutes, then just get out. And I kind of understand that. To be honest though, I've got to admit I am rather enjoying this. I think, to be honest, I leave the starting system of Arraign, or whatever it's called. I just get the hell away from it, because every time you go to a conflict zone, there's 20, 30 people, well, in the system alone. And then there's all 2, 3, 4 people in each particular combat area. So yeah, a bit annoying. But here we go, straight into it. Can edit out all the nonsense. Here we go. Loving the combat, to be honest. I think it's really getting me. I mean, look at that, straight into it, and already I've damaged my ship. Oh, this game, it's pretty unforgiving. But I like games that are hard, so I think that's probably why I don't rage and put my fist through the keyboard straight off. I think it's a challenge, and the one thing that this game has done very well, and I think this is probably worthy of comment, is the ability to move power around. I know most games have always had that, but this game really excels within it. So for example, as you saw then, I was getting my ass kicked, so what I was able to do was put all power into the engines and run. And actually, as you can see, getting away from them and just constantly afterburning away, constantly boosting away, meant that I got out of their danger kill zone, and I'm actually kind of survived. And I've survived a number of tactics, or rather attacks using that tactic, and I think it's a great, you know, symbol of the game that you can do these things. Now let me show you the other one. Now this is one that again probably is not so easy to show, because it's very difficult to show if you're moving forward or backward in this game. But effectively what would happen is you get into like the death roll, of a dogfight, and then all of a sudden, and this is particularly with Cobra Mark 3s because the AI seems a bit stupid, is you can see what I'm doing now. I'm reversing, and just reversing away, keeping them behind you is rather good. Now this is a bit of a stupid way to do it because I guess it's quite risky, but I know my shield's better than his, so I'm kind of okay doing it. But for Cobra Mark 3s, if you can kind of just, I don't know, go into the roll with them, then shut your engines down and reverse. They then level out because they're obviously trying to get behind you. Because you're going backwards, you're then able to get a pretty decent shot at them, and they will stay on you as long as you can maintain that gap. They stay on you. I'm sure all of you know this because like, I'm a noob, so you know you guys must have figured this out ages ago, and you're now all laughing at the screen, going, "Oh, Pyrex, what a newbie child you is." But I found that incredibly effective. Having said that, as you can see, I'm now having to run because my shield once again is being drained. The Federation fighters, while easy and pretty easy money to be honest, if you get 2 or 3 of them on you, they're pretty deadly, so bear that in mind. But again, look at the beauty of this game. I did a montage. If you haven't checked the montage, check it out. The montage was a joy to do, just zooming in and showing slow motion explosions, showing, you know, slow motion laser battles. Oh my god, it's good. So yeah, seriously recommend giving that a go. But as you can see, look, I'm fighting for my life. I don't remember being this much of a noob when I was playing. I just remember feeling like I was kind of in control, but as I watch back and voice over, I realised, god, what a knobhead I am playing this game. Anyway, as you can see, moving all the power into the system to keep the shields high or keep them charging faster, that's obviously quite a good thing to do. So, you know, power management is not to be underestimated in this game. Obviously, you know, it's just an obvious one really, I guess, but particularly with this. And I think also you got to remember with dual pulse lasers, you need power. So your weapon, I guess, energy bar, you need to have at least a 3, not 2, because 2 would then, you know, it will dissipate too quickly. So I like that. I think they really have made the ships feel limited. So as you upgrade, you're actually going to feel, well, I've got loads more energy, and wow, the lasers work better, and blah blah blah. So I really like that. Actually, it doesn't matter what you put on your ships, you are always going to be limited by the design itself, which I thought was just excellent. So here we go, let's take on a Cobra Mark 3. Used to be scared of these things, but I'm not terribly anymore. I think if they get a good run at you, then you're in trouble. Big trouble. But to be honest, most of the time, this is what they do. I shoot them, they boost away, and then they get a very kind of tight turn, and then they come at you, and then they try and basically out damage you in the strafe, if you like, or in this strafing run. And to be honest, they rarely win because you're already kind of shooting on them, blah blah blah. So here we go again. Now what we're going to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it this time, but it's just, again, this reverse maneuver does work rather well against Cobras because they always seem to, he's trying to obviously get behind me now, so he's trying to use a tighter, I guess, turning circle to get behind me. So all I do is I back off, and look, I'm going backwards now. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just, I mean, again, it's so simple, but the fact that that's even a thing, I mean, that's very Babylon 5, isn't it? You know, when they kind of just turn off their flight assist, as you can do in this game, and you just kind of go in a particular direction, I guess strafing away. It does work. It's so good. I was just blown away by this. I probably spent about 4 or 5 hours in these combat zones without realizing it. It was just so, you know, massed panic kind of stuff, and it was really good fun. So here we go, Cobra Mark 3 making an attack run, kind of on me now, so he's going to start shooting me. Blap, blap, blap. Yep, there he goes. But again, not with his shields down, not really. And with my shields up, blah blah, you know, he's not necessarily going to do much. They are tough ships though. I mean, I'm really looking forward to getting one. It's going to be a momentous occasion when I do. But I'm really looking forward to, you know, just seeing the other ships as well. The Eagles are pretty deadly as well. I think actually I would say the Eagle is a bit more dangerous than the Cobra Mark 3 because I don't know why, but look at that pulse laser malfunctioning. I'm not controlling that. It's just firing independently. Oh, look at that. Look at that bit of damage. Oh, 14%. Son, you are going down. This is what you get when you attack the Dread Lord Pirate Pyrex. Blap, blap, blap. Love it. Now, I gotta admit, this game is lovely. I really am waiting forward. Oh, I'm looking forward to the next beta open 2. Now I need to read up about it because I'm not sure if I'm gonna, if we're gonna get more systems, if we're gonna get more things. I'm really hoping we do. So I'm kind of preparing for that, because I've got to admit, everywhere I go on this multiplayer beta, every single conflict site is swarming with people, which is getting a bit annoying. They don't like it when you shoot them as well. We did a wonderful one earlier where we just rammed a dude so hard that it didn't end well for him. Didn't end well for me either, but it was just fun. It was real kind of it was trolling to a degree, but it had to be done, because he was one of these players that wasn't really giving any appreciation to the fact that you're on somebody. So as I'm shooting this dude, he actually flies in front of me and I end up shooting him, and then obviously that's not good either. So he's one of them players. So with those kind of players, cock blockers, we shall refer to them as. Obviously a rather crass thing to call them, but I don't mean it in the derogatory term. What we're talking about. So when you get cock blocked in Elite, I think it's fine to absolutely mess them up. Now, one of the things I actually got my first PvP kill as well, which was momentous, because this guy had obviously declared for the Federation. So as I just YOLOing around in my little trusty Sidewinder, this guy appears and as a red. So I'm like, aha, that's a player. And I could tell it was a player because he had a hollowed out icon on the map. So naturally I went for him, and naturally he died, and it was glorious. And there will be tales told of this commander for many years as the first kill of the Dreadlord Pyrex. But anyway, yes, I have affirmation issues. It's pretty obvious, can't you tell? To be honest, this game is amazing. If I don't know if the price is going to go down in beta 2, so it's out on the 24th of June, which possibly is already gone considering when these videos come out. But if you're thinking of having a game, have a look at the price lists. Go to the online shop for Frontier Developments and see what their deals are. I would say that the game at the moment is not worth 100 quid. I think it's fun. It's a huge amount of fun, but it's not quite worth the money yet. That's just my opinion. I think if it came to about 50 quid, so that'd be 75 bucks, yeah, and let's say it had 100-star systems, I would say come on board. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.